Hey guys, it's Matt from Vagabond Recordings.
And Greg from Suburban Sound Development.
It's time for
Gear Time with Greg.
that guy.
So today we have our 9484 reissue Epiphone Explorer. This is the new guinea pig for these episodes. Basically, it's got a standard like PAF style humbucker, just double adjustable in the bridge, and then it's got the Water Street neck in the neck. What we'll be going over today is a mod for a coil swap. Alright, so basically, when the Coil Swap Mod is activated, what is going to be happening is the bridge, like the bridge position on your three-way is going to be your inner coils, your neck position is going to be your outer coils. Middle, I mean, you still have all four coils active, they're just operating in a different sequence. There's not much difference, but it more or less gives you kind of a snappier, almost single coil tone. But we'll show you how to wire it up and show you what it sounds like.
And I didn't know it was a thing until this episode, so I'll be just excited to hear this as you guys are.
Alright, so what we're going to talk about here today is an interesting mod that I recently came across myself, called a Coil Swap Mod. It works with a humbucker that has 4 conductor leads on it, well, a set of humbuckers that have 4 conductor leads on it, and essentially it takes one coil from one pickup and pairs it with the opposite coil of another pickup. Right now I'm going to show you how to wire it up. We'll demo it for you later. So the first thing is it's really similar to a phase phase switch mod. So you'll want to have a push-pull. You don't have to mind any of the capacitors here. This is a tone control for this guitar. So you'll want a push-pull or a on-off 2-position mini toggle with 6 terminals. But we will start by making an X pattern. I chose some 28 gauge wire just because the terminal holes are a little smaller, a little harder to work with on these mini switches. This is what I use for making leads on pickups in the individual coils. So that's something I have readily available. If you don't have it, it's fine. It's just whatever you can make work easily on your mini switch. So we have one, again, you're crisscrossing opposite terminals. With these mini terminals and small wire, it doesn't take much heat, so be quick or turn your soldering iron down if you have that ability. You don't want to melt your plastic jacket or damage the terminals in any way. So that is the first half. It might be a little hard to see. I'll unfold it real quick. So basically you've crisscrossed your top and bottom terminal and the alternate ones. So you just kind of want to push those out of your way as best you can. It's going to be a little awkward just because there's not a lot of space to work with around. So what we will do is I'm going to start. I already have my neck and bridge pickups singled out, so I have my ground wires separated. The finish of each coil is your ground wire in this situation, and they all get tied to ground. My hot wires are already going out to their respective lugs on my 3-way switch. So all we're really focusing on are the finishes, or the finish of your north coil and the start of your south coil. Yeah, I fucked that up. Okay, so all we're focusing on really here is the finish of your north coil and the finish of your south coil. These are basically going to get swapped. So let's see, these two over here are for my neck. This is for my bridge. What the mod does is it crisscrosses these, and you're going to share coils from each pickup. You'll still have individual tones going through your normal three-way selector or whatever you have in your guitar. You'll just have a different matchup. So these being my neck, I'm going to put them on the side closer to you. And so I will take my white wire of my neck pickup and fish that through my middle terminal. And I will take my white wire of my bridge pickup and fish that through the other middle terminal. Again, being careful not to melt other wires. Sometimes it helps just to get a little dab of solder on your tip before you try to make your joint stick. So back to the next side, I'm going to take this, the finish of your south coil, and I left the leg a little extension on the crisscross wire that I soldered first, and that's what I'm going to wrap around to make my connection here. I've kind of twisted them together to make a decent mechanical connection. It's not ideal, but there's not much surface area to work on with these small terminals on a push-pull. So that's taken care of. There's no more soldering to do on the neck portion of things. We can go ahead and clip off some of the wires that are hanging so there isn't any grounding out or shorting of anything that we don't want. Just kind of tidy up a little bit. And then we'll do the same thing with the finish of the south for the bridge on the opposite terminal. Just kind of wrap it around the lead that we have hanging out. Gonna have to bend that lead up a little bit. It's always best if you have a good mechanical connection. It helps ensure that you're not going to have any wires cut loose or problems down the road. So that's now stuck together. You can trim off any excess wire. But that is the bulk of it. You don't need to hook up any additional wires off of the switch. There's no wires to, tap your hots, because this is just basically interrupting in the middle of each pickup. So that is all there is to that. And we will get to the demo to show you what that does. Also, don't forget to attach your ground. You'll have a really unpleasantly loud guitar. I'm going to do that when I solder the rest in, though. So we'll get back to you with the demo. So we're on the bridge first, standard. So we're on middle position, coil swapped. Neck, standard. All right, so yeah, we kind of ran you through a couple settings on that and what you can get out of it. Now, the interesting thing about this, Neck or at least what I find interesting, is every pickup combination is going to yield different results because you're combining two completely separate coils in totally different locations. And though this is limited to a humbucker type scenario, you could somewhat apply it with, if you wanted to say, take this coil of a humbucker and match up with your single coil. So sky's the limit if you're creative.
Yeah, and let us know if you guys want to hear this in a particular setup, like high gain, completely clean.
Yeah, because we just sort of like went up the middle of the road with a moderate dirt setting, so you can still kind of hear it, but if you want to hear all the nuance of it, we can hit it with a nice sparkly clean, or we can go full out metal and show you what it can do. So, or I mean, you know, whatever. Let us know.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.